Good evening, happy Tuesday, happy first day of October. A beautiful, albeit quite summer-like day in the neighborhood. Into the 80s we were again today. We've got more of the same, and it looks as though the latest update just pulled does put a little light green in our forecast by the first of next week, around Tuesday or so, but chances are pretty slim at that. But temperatures will be in the mid 80s, low to mid 80s, actually more closer to the low until we get to and through the weekend, and then we'll see them drop off to by I think Wednesday of next week about 72. So an updated forecast has changed. Shocker. There is certainly an obvious situation with the sewer in downtown Sayersville. You can see it and certainly smell it if you are basically anywhere in the Sayersville, Dixie area, downtown area, certainly around the Ramey Park. And today I spoke with Mayor Stanley Howard about this issue as to whether or not it was related to other sewer issues, which of course are plaguing city and county sewer residents. I'll have that report for you in just a few seconds. A host of other news and information as well before I leave you for what, again, I hope is a beautiful evening. Kentucky State Police out of Post 8 have confirmed that it was foul play, and they do have a person of interest who is a fellow inmate, if you will, in the death of another inmate at the Eastern Kentucky Correctional Center in West Liberty. The state police responded after a 27-year-old male, now identified as Ryan Rayburn from Ashcamp, Kentucky, was found in his cell unresponsive. They did use life-saving measures to try to revive him, but they were unsuccessful. He was pronounced dead by the Morgan County ARH Hospital, where he was taken after being removed from the facility. The preliminary investigation says Trooper Zach Haney with Post 8 says that they do believe foul play is suspected. They do have a person of interest who is an inmate, and the investigation is ongoing by one of their detectives. Well, coming up tomorrow will be a new edition of the Sayersville Independent, and Heather's working on putting the final touches on that right now if you're catching the early show. One thing that won't be in this week's paper but will be in the next edition more than likely is a sit down with Superintendent of Schools Chris Meadows. Why? Because Congressman Andy Barr, obviously, has announced over $20 million in federal grants to Kentucky Education Development Corporation facilities. He says, that being the congressman, that he's announcing $3.23 million and some change in federal grants, and it's going to the Kentucky Education Development Corporation. This grant will be awarded through the U.S. Department of Education's Gear Up Elevate grant, a 7-year federal initiative designed to expand post-secondary access and success for underserved students in rural, high-poverty counties. And through the Elevate project, KEDC and its partners will serve students across 27 schools in 12 different school districts, providing critical support to strengthen academic performance, high school graduation, and college-going outcomes. And within that is Magoffin County. Participating districts: Bourbon, Boyd, Harrison, Johnson, Lawrence, Lewis, Magoffin, Martin, Morgan, Nicholas, Rockcastle, and Rowan counties. Of course, counties there in the viewing area, including Magoffin and Johnson. And we will be talking with Superintendent of Schools Chris Meadows just about what that money means and how they are being a part of this program. A reminder, taxes due today. If you haven't got your tax bill, it should be coming. If you don't see it soon, call the Magoffin County Sheriff's Department. But you have it from today until November the 1st to take advantage of a 2% discount on your property taxes. And then from November the 2nd through the end of the year, it's face amount, dead even. Then after that, you're talking about a 5% and then a 10% penalty and then a 10% penalty and then some up and through April of next year. On the heels of just days ago reporting the sentencing, the plea agreement reached, of a Louisville woman who was responsible for an auto accident that claimed a Magoffin County man's life back in March of this year, a DUI fatality. Kentucky, according to new information that we have received, has gone in the opposite direction that they had hoped in regards to the number of DUI fatalities. If I misspoke, it was March of 2024 that the accident happened on 114, claiming the life of a Magoffin County man. It was just last week on Friday that a 34-year-old Louisville woman, Sarah Sperling, took a guilty plea or took a plea agreement to 15 years when she faced potentially up to 20 or more for the vehicular homicide death. But data out there today that we've found says that while the nation as a whole saw about a drop of about 7.5 to 8% in the number of DUI fatalities from 2022 to 2023, Kentucky as a whole saw an increase from their numbers up over 12%, with a total of about 438 DUI arrests per every 100,000 drivers. That's as well accompanied by the number of 23% or so of all road fatalities being tied to alcohol-impaired crashes in the Commonwealth. As for the state as a whole as well, per every 100,000 drivers, 6.6 or 6.5 DUI fatalities for 2023. Again, an increase in the state of Kentucky, up 12.5%, a decrease of 8 for the nation. We'll talk about the latest sewer problem in Salyersville, and we'll speak with Mayor Stanley Howard in just a few seconds. Before I take a quick break, I want to also tell you that in just a few seconds after this, a quick reminder about the 61st, can you believe it, starting tomorrow, the 61st annual Apple Festival in Johnson County. I'll be right back. One name, one call, one ultimate solution to your heating and cooling, sales, 24-hour service, and installation for home, commercial, boilers, chillers, and VRF systems. With over 15 years of experience and now based right here in the viewing area, Ultimate Air, 496-6651. Don't let the colors and shades and styles of the season escape. New must-see arrivals are at the Seasonal Shop. Already famous for their most cozy of home decor, and now for ladies' fashions too. Business, casual, a night out, they have you taken care of. And when it comes to a night in, the shop has gone all in on their sleepwear selections that are even more comfortable than they are already classic. And don't forget bridal and baby registry at the shop, the Seasonal Shop in downtown Salyersville.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in small town values.
And mom and dad and the things they handed down.
I believe some of the best people in the world are farmers.
I believe in insurance that protects families, homes, and cars.
I believe in always finding a way to do what you love.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
For whatever reason, if your working days are over, don't do anything before you meet Grover. Social Security, disability, SSI, work injuries, wear and tear, and hearing loss. 888-9-GROVER. SMB is proud to stand with you with what might be your very first and definitely last checking, savings, retirement, even Christmas Club account, along with consumer, auto, mortgage, business loans that you can easily manage from anywhere in the world with safe, secure mobile and online banking that comes from over 120 years of commitment to your financial life and well-being, today, tomorrow, and forever. Salyersville National.
Johnson Central High School stands alone in providing the most college and career programs of study in one building throughout the entire state of Kentucky. This includes pathways in everything from the medical field to engineering, telemedia, welding, agriculture, and even aviation. And that's just to name a few of the 32 different choices. Work has also been started on a brand new state-of-the-art high school. So now is the time for your child to experience the power of opportunities in Johnson County School.
At Big Sandy Healthcare, every patient is seen as an individual deserving of respect, compassion, and top quality care. For us, it isn't about who they are or where they come from, but about the dignity and the care that they deserve. Our commitment goes beyond simply treating diseases. We tackle food insecurity, transportation problems, and other barriers many of our patients experience that hold them back from living fuller, healthier lives. At Big Sandy Healthcare, that's what sets our organization apart.
The carnival is actually open right now and will be till 10 o'clock tonight, and then of course it will be open Thursday and Friday and Saturday in Johnson County, part of the 61st annual Apple Festival. The theme of this year, I like it. A small town where big dreams grow. And they've got a lot going on between now and Saturday. Of course, look for traffic to be restricted. They'll start blocking off streets tomorrow evening, and into your Friday, making room for all the events and the folks that they have. Of course, all the vendors, all the crafts, all the food, everything that goes along with the Apple Festival. And then, of course, it will be official starting Friday morning with the opening ceremony at the courthouse starting at 8:30. And that will be followed by, of course, the school events and the old-fashioned costume contests and arts and crafts, the flea market, and much, much more. And that will continue into your Saturday. They've got a lot of music on the streets planned for the week and for the weekend. They've got the car show Saturday morning at 8. They've got the off-road show starting Saturday morning at 9. And just a lot of music, a lot of food, a lot of fun, a lot of apples fixed just about any way you could imagine for the 61st Annual Apple Festival. Mayor Howard tells us the latest issue with the Sagersville City Waterworks, specifically the sewer, is not related to the ongoing problem with what are now estimated to be more than perhaps 200 grinder pumps which have failed. But it's been very noticeable in the downtown area today, especially in and around the Ramey Park. Not just the smell, but as well the sight. Standing in the Ramey Park, directly behind the Ramey Pool and by the walk bridge and looking down at the Licking River, it looks perfectly fine right here until you look a little more downstream towards the old sewer plant, and then, of course, the sewer treatment facility down by North McGoffin Elementary. And it is where you will also start to see several areas along the shoreline, or bank, if you will, where sewer is pouring over. Mayor Stanley Howard says this is due to a blockage that has literally blocked up from the old sewer treatment plant all the way back to here and essentially all the way to Royalton.
The problem was down at the old sewer plant. The manhole before you get to the sewer plant was stopped up. So there's 5 or 6 manhole concretes adjacent to the park coming up the bottom behind the community center and Paul Lange's, and they were overflowing. But the stop up was down at the old sewer plant. So we got it unstopped and everything's flowing good. Probably take 24 hours or longer for it to get everything pumped down and back to normal.
Looking just across the river from where we were standing, you can see one of those concrete manholes that Howard was referring to. This is the first of what are a number that go all the way down parallel with the Ramey Park on the other side of the bank. And they were each overflowing after the very last one, which is right before the old sewer treatment plant where it is collected before being sent to the new sewer treatment plant. That one was blocked, backing up all of these, forcing them to have raw sewer coming out and over them and then over onto the bank and then ultimately over into the Licking River. Where at 3 o'clock today, which is when this was taken, 24 hours after the city and state officials were notified, you could still see sewage at a much slower pace, but still making its way over the bank and into the river. The state has been notified, he said, and he said that this is, of course, unrelated to all the grinder pump issues, which the city is, as he says, still waiting on funds to be able to repair or probably replace the majority of those, saying that they just simply can't keep up with all of the ones which have failed.
Got a fix for everything. We got $2.1 million coming. All paperwork's in. It takes care of all the grinder pumps that's down individually and takes care of all the lift stations in the whole county. So now, replaces all the pumps, electrical wire, and everything.
I know that one thing they were waiting on, all the audits had to be caught up before that would go. I know you guys are working on that. Where's that status at?
Spoke to the auditor last week, and he said 2 to 3 weeks he'll be ready. By the time we bid the project out and the release of the funds, I'm hoping 2 to 3 months tops.
How bad is it, and how hard are you guys just trying to keep up with it?
We're running 2 trucks, pumping it out as a septic tank now. That's just been used as septic tanks. We're cleaning them out. 2 trucks, 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. Trying to keep them pumped out as good as we can, plus take care of all the problems we're having.
And I'm assuming you're not able to keep up with it at that, probably, are you?
No.
Before I go to the calendar right now, let me say this. In just a few seconds, I'll have some details for you. For anyone out there who might have a student who would want a Letterman jacket, we have been ordering those prior to me purchasing the Sayersville Independent, and since for a number of years for seniors, mostly for football seniors for whatever reason. And every year we get asked to kind of open that up by a few other individuals, and it doesn't have to be, of course, athletes as well. It can be any student who would so wish to have one. I've got some information on that we're going to go ahead and put out there because it has come time to get those ordered again, and it's actually, we're in the middle of it right now, so I'll have that for you in just a few seconds. Nevertheless, here's what we have on tonight's calendar. Couple of reminders. First, for middle schoolers out there, a 4-H retreat is coming up. They're going to have a service project they're going to talk about, and you'll be able to be involved in leadership skills. They're going to have a dance. They're going to have a forest and much more for this 4-H fall retreat. $100 covers transportation, all the activities, the meals, and the overnight stay. This is going to be in Jackson. To register, call 349-3216. This is October the 23rd and the 24th. Great opportunity for middle school students for a 4-H retreat. And, of course, the Extension Service will be there, and you can always trust that they will make sure everyone has a safe and wonderful time. They're also going to be the host for the annual Pink Ribbon event, a Pink Ribbon Tea Party, a week from tomorrow, October the 9th, at the Extension Service. And they need you to register, ladies, to know that you're coming so they can be prepared for as many as they will have. They're going to have a free lunch, wonderful lunch. You know that they always have wonderful meals and food. And a keynote speaker, Murata Chapins from Bluegrass Care Navigators, 349-1236. To register. They also will have some wonderful prizes as well, and great door prizes. So please join them, ladies, for Pink Ribbon Tea Party. Join me when you've got a calendar announcement like these or a birthday or anniversary you want everyone to know about. From there, we'll go on to our obituary listings for this evening, and we'll begin with services which have been set now for 55-year-old Kenneth Dean Hammonds of West Liberty. He passed away Saturday at the Grand Strand Medical Center in Myrtle Beach. Son of the late Irene Moore Hammonds and the late Lynn Boyd Hammonds, he's survived by his mother, his wife Tammy, sons Kyle and Josh Hammonds, his sister Carolyn Tharp, and 3 grandkids. In addition to his father, Kenneth is preceded in death by his sister Connie. And funeral services in his honor will start this Friday at 2 at the Haven of Hope Apostolic Church in West Liberty. Friends can visit the church Friday morning after 11 for visitation. Burial will be at the Bailey Cemetery at White Oak. You know what tomorrow is? It's Dipper Day at your Sayersville Lee's Famous Recipe, one of the best of 7 days of the week where you can get a Dipper meal, big chunks of juicy, crispy white meat, 2 famous homemade sides and a biscuit for just $6.79 plus tax. Dipper Day every Thursday at your Sayersville Lee's Famous Recipe. Welcome to the best sales, the best service, and the best selection in the viewing area and Eastern Kentucky. It's Conley Tire in Staffordsville, where they have big specials on big name brands every month. And as always, great jobs, oil changes, computer diagnostics, and 6 months no interest. Conley Tire in Staffordsville and conleytire.net.
Atrial fibrillation is one of the more common rhythms we see.
AFib is an arrhythmia of the heart where the top part of the heart is beating erratically and out of sync with the bottom part of the heart.
The electrophysiology service is made up of a team of healthcare providers, and that includes an electrophysiology lab where we're able to do procedures to help repair heart rhythm problems. When a patient becomes heart rhythm free, it can really restore their life.
ARH, more for Appalachia.
It's just the perfect spot to grab lunch, a snack, something sweet, pick up your meds, or have them brought to you curbside. It's your hometown Good Neighbor Pharmacy that's been proud to serve you and your families for over 100 years. And now on their already incredible menu, fresh baked goods from the Daily Bread. Frazier's Prater Drugstore, 349-3135. While often helpful, did you know that popular non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs like ibuprofen and naproxen and others increase your risk of having a heart attack or stroke, as well as other internal issues? And those risks are significantly higher with prolonged use and higher dosages. Find out all you need to know about common concerns and cautions and options when you stop by and talk to a Parkway Pharmacy pharmacist in Sayersville.
Youth, experience, modern solutions to modern problems,
Proven solutions to legal problems.
an emerging face in the courtroom.
A known presence in the courtroom.
Together, we are multifaceted.
Together, We will do right by you.
If you are having any legal issues at all, just relax and call Max.
If a car wreck is causing you pain, just pick up the phone and call Donald Wayne.
All right, welcome back. I was speaking a few moments ago about Letterman jackets. Still have mine. Don't think it'll fit. I know it won't fit. I mean, pretending. Okay, so for a number of years, the Sagersville Independent, as we still have since I acquired it back in 2018, has ordered the Letterman jackets, and it's mostly for the football team. We've done it for some other sports, but they just usually do a large number of them. They've got a large number of seniors, I guess, comparatively. Anyway, so we again are doing that this year, and we again got a few other people who were wanting to get them for their child, so we're taking orders. Now, the situation is, and I'll not go into so many details to bore you, but the company that we have always done this through Holloway, well, has been purchased by another company. They're no longer doing personalization. We have found another company, we believe, of the same quality and if not better, and it has kind of set us back this year. We actually got a head start this year so that they could have them for the football season well before it was over, and for one of their important home games. Nevertheless, if there are any individuals out there who would be interested in purchasing one, call the independent office or reach out to Heather, 349-2915. They are, to be perfectly honest, they've gone up another $75 or so. I think the last I heard, they were around $400 a piece. I know that's a lot and not for everyone, but in case it is something that you would be interested in purchasing. At the same time, if we can get enough orders collectively, it will drive that price down significantly per jacket. So we just wanted to make the offering. Give us a call at 349-2915 if you've got a student or a student athlete either that will be interested in getting a Letterman jacket, and we will gladly give you all the details that we have. The fee that we add on to theirs is very nominal for the design cost and the handling and everything else. So just that should be known up front. But if you are interested, please call the Sagersville Independent or Independent Signs office, which is the same number, 349-2915. If no one answers, please leave a message. We will return your call as soon as possible. And, of course, you can reach out to myself or my editor, Heather Oney, or anyone here at the Independent. From there, your Licking Valley RECC 7-day. We hit 86, almost, well, round up, we hit 87 degrees here. It was nice and warm. It's so funny how the heat is different. If you get in the shade, it's much more comfortable than it would be in the summer months when, of course, you have, the humidity and the difference and all that. But nevertheless, still 87 degrees pretty much in downtown Sagersville, and in the mid-80s, I think, for everyone in the viewing area today. And I'm at 81 right now at the end of the early show. Sunrise 7:29, sunset 7:16, he says begrudgingly. Beautiful day in the neighborhood. Much more to come. Rain chances have worked their way into the forecast a little quicker than they had yesterday. We didn't even have any yesterday, so that's where we're going. Tonight, 54 degrees, mostly clear skies. Tomorrow, I think we'll see low 80s. Don't be surprised if we're not in the mid-80s yet again tomorrow. Mostly sunny skies. Nighttime lows will be in the low 50s. Partly cloudy skies tomorrow night. Another beautiful day in the neighborhood. Friday, we'll maybe dip down a degree or two, but mostly sunny, clear skies. Nighttime lows, again, low 50s. It's a wonderful place to be in the 80s and 50s across the board. Saturday, 82 and sunny. A beautiful forecast for Apple Festival. We hope you get out and take advantage of all there is to see, eat, do here, and be a part of. Saturday night, low 50s again, sunny and clear. Cannot beat the forecast. Sunday will be the last of the sure thing, but I really don't want to put too much emphasis on the 20% chance of showers that we've got Monday, because that's about it right now. 82 sunny, another beautiful day for the latter half of your weekend. Trend rolls right on with temperatures still hovering around the low 80s Monday, and Tuesday a little iffy, but you'll see we've got a system coming that does start a downward trend, and we'll go from the low to mid 80s Sunday and Monday, maybe holding on Tuesday, but definitely by Wednesday. We're likely to go from the upper 70s Tuesday around about to the low 70s by Wednesday. Still a lot of sun and shower chances hovering around 20 to 30%, maybe thunderstorm chances by the time Wednesday gets here, albeit slight ones. So, before I say my goodbyes, let me say this. A little more brief of an update on Henry's Hot Dog Company before I leave you tonight, compared to the one I had last night. Still on track. Next week looks to be a go. I'm still hopeful it's going to be Tuesday. I will keep you posted. I have Coke and I have ice now, and that's a bigger hurdle that we have gotten through. I'm going back up tonight. I'll go back up in the morning. That will be my ritual. We're hoping on training employees this weekend. I had some outstanding pork barbecue today. One of the offerings that we're going to have, and I believe from Open, we'll see, but I believe from Open, we searched far and wide, and I mean that quite literally, and tasted a number of pork barbecues. And I'm not saying that lightly. Finally landed on one. Let a few folks who stopped in today with who are helping us get some things up and running, electrical and air-wise and otherwise, taste tested, and they all were in agreement. It's going to be some just some pork barbecue on a hot dog bun, with or without that awesome coleslaw. And they're good, just to let you know. More on Henry's, and certainly, more importantly, more on the news tomorrow. Thank you for watching, and have a good night.